Hello everyone. We are going to perform the experiment 6, which is data warehousing. In first part, we need to create the data warehouse from the different CSV files using PostgreSQL. And in the second part, we need to create first the schema for the data warehouse, which follows the following star schema, as we can see. And after creating the schema, we need to import the data to the table and perform the following SQL queries. So let's start with the first experiment. For this, we need to install the PostgreSQL. So let me guide you to download the PostgreSQL. You can simply search for the PostgreSQL, click on downloads. You can select whichever operating system is yours. I will select for the Windows. From there, you can see this option, download the installer. Click on this. Then you can select accordingly the latest version and the architecture of your operating system and install this software. I have installed this software, so we can start with this. It will be by the name of PG Admin. So for the first experiment, we need to create the different CSV files. So I have prepared the different CSV files which are required for the table. As we can see, we need a CSV file for the locations, for the products, for the sales table, and also of the time. So I have created three CSV files accordingly of the location, products, sales, and times. And for the first experiment, we first of all need to create this schema so that we can import these CSV files into that table. So click on servers, enter the password. So this kind of interface you will see. So the first task will be to create a new database. So simply click on the database, right click and click on create. Give the name to the database and click on save. So the second step would be to define the schema. So again, let's see ask what would be the schema. There are four tables, sale tables, location, product, and time. And location ID, PID, and time ID will be the combinedly acting as a primary ID for the sales table. And they will be acting as a foreign key for the other tables, such as local ID for the locations, PID for the products, and time ID for the times. So in order to create the schema, we need to go over the schema, right click over the schema, and click on query tools. And here we simply need to define the schema for the tables. I have already written those queries, so I would simply copy paste them. So this one is for to create the product tables. Second one is for the locations. Third one is for the time. And fourth one is for the sales, and that's it. So execute the script, and we can see our tables are created. We can see them at in that drop down of schema. It is taking some time. Yeah. So we can see here our tables have been created such as location, product, sales, and time. And we can also see the features such as on clicking that the product table goes the columns such as PID, PName, category, and prices. And similarly for the others. Now I will comment out the whole code again.
Now our third task would simply to import the files, CSV files to the table. So I have also created the CSV files for the corresponding tables such as locations, products, sales, and times. And we need to write the queries to copy them. So let me copy it first and paste it here. So the command is very simple. Copy the table name and its attribute or features. And the location we have to mention is where the CSV file is saved. So I have saved it in the practice folder. So I am giving absolute path for this. So you need to write these command only for the other table also and click on execute. And we can see our data has been imported. We can check it out by clicking on the schema.
Public, and let's consider we will check for the products. We will click on the products and click on view data, all rows, and here it is, our data which has been imported. We can also check it, is it the same? So for the products, we have imported this data, which can be seen here. Okay. So we are done with the first part of our experiment. Now we can start our second part. In the part, we have already created our schema for the data warehouse. So we need to create the queries and execute them on our data set which we have just created. The first one is to find the total sales. The second one is to find the total sales for the each city, then for each state, and then for the each country. And likely we will do other things also. So just a minute. Yes, here it is. There it is. So again, we will come to our query tool of the PG admin. The first part is to find the total sales. So we will simply write the query for the first total sales. Select some sales as total sales from sales. We will execute it and we will get the total sales for our combined total sales of our data set. Okay. Now the second.
Now, the second one is to find the total sales for the each city. To find the total sales for the each city, we can combine our sales table with the location table, and then we can perform a join operation on it. By doing so, we will get our result. So, here is our result. Now for the each state, we can run this query and we can get result for the each state. Similarly for the others. And for the countries, we will group it by the country and we will get the result. As I mentioned, only one country, which is USA. So there is only one country in the output. The fifth one is to find the sales of all the cities of a specific state in a specific year. So for this, we can select one state and a specific year. Let's say state be California and year be 2024. So we will select the cities of that specific location and perform the query. So I found the for the states which is California and the for the time which is 2024.
Now in sixth query, we need to find the year-wise total sales for the each state. Now in this query, we need to group our data with the two attributes. One is with the time and the second one is with the location. For the location, it will be the state, and for the time, it will be the year. So what we can do is we can use a cube keyword with group by statement, which help us to group our data on with two or more attributes. So we can see our required results. And the last query is also similar. Find the year-wise total for the each country. Now, what we have done here is we have grouped by it by time and the location is with the states. And in the next query, we will group by it with time dot years, comma location dot country to get the desired result. So we can execute, and that's it. We have completed our all the parts of the sixth experiment, and that's it. Thank you.